guys, we did it. 1,000 subscribers. We smashed it. We hit it. Man, thank you guys supporting me on this journey. I never thought it would get to this place. And I know for some people, content creators have like 10,000, right? 6,000, 5,000. But I wasn't really supposed to be a content creator like that. I was just gonna do my thoughts, do my decks that I play, and just kind of post them on YouTube. You know, I remember the first videos when it was like 50 views, 100 views, and I'm like, hey man, that's cool. When one person would comment, I used your list, I won with this list, I, won set champs, I won. Those little things, and that just made it worth it, right? But then it's even crazier now that we go fast forward and I post a video and then I wake up and then or the next day and it's like 500. It could be up, videos getting up to 5,000 6,000 views. You guys are amazing. If you've been part of that journey, there's just the golden conquistadors in this journey of our golden quest that we are in. I appreciate you guys, and we have a Blurple deck profile this time. So I ended up going top 8. I played a 60-something player event on Saturday, and then I played a 40-player event on Sunday. I got 9th on Saturday, bubbled out, 4-2, and then on Sunday I went 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. So a total of 8 wins. If you combine the weekend, it was 8 wins, 2 losses and a draw. 8 wins, 3 losses and a draw. But it performed really well. There is 2 cards flex spot. They were very similar list, card for card, except 2 cards were different. I will explain that, and I explain my reasoning. But I do hope you guys enjoy this. I will be posting more. But before I do get to that deck list, guys, set champs is this Sunday. What's this weekend and this whole month? But it's this Sunday for, if you guys see right here, the little jersey. I don't know if not, I'll post it right there. Top Choice Gaming is going to have set champs. As you guys know, shout out to them. They are my sponsored store that, sponsors me. And actually, a lot of some of these cards are, shout out to the Cookout too. They let me borrow a lot of cards, but also Top Choice Gaming lets me borrow some of these cards, so I'm able to play Lorcana and play the game that I love. So shout out to them. But not only that, because we hit 1,000 subscribers, we might do something special. I'm going to be in the talks to them, but we're probably going to do something special. And if you're local and if you're definitely been a subscriber, go out to TCG this Sunday. They're having a triple case. But not only that, there's always raffles and giveaways. Plus, we're probably going to add on top of that and then do some 24K giveaways as well as an appreciation of something I got going on. And maybe I got to be doing stickers too now. So we'll see, guys. But this has been my Blurple deck profile. I think this is really good. I think it can be every deck. But Amber Steel's still really, really hard to beat. But like we said, if you look at the video, go look at the Cookout podcast, I talk about it, how if you just take the loss against Amber Steel and you're able to beat everything else, you're in a pretty good position, because Amber Steel, I mean, although it is pretty represented, I usually only play like 1 every tournament, if so. So you should be pretty okay there, and you should be able to feel comfortable. And it's still not unwinnable, right? Like if you go Bell turn 1, Ramp turn 2, and then turn 3, you're able to go like a Genie or be able to put pressure, with depending the other 4 drops that you have, a Goat. If you're able to go the Diablo route, they don't kill it. Then you go Fox Bounce, or you can go Bell Trade, Fox Bounce. There's some reasons why I still play some certain cards that I play. But enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get to the video and explanation and guide. Alrighty, hopefully I always have to look down, guys, because I have to make sure that we can see here. Also, this mat that you see is gonna be one of the mats that I give away, so it's gonna be, hopefully you guys enjoy it, hopefully you guys like it. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see a little bit more there. But let's go ahead and get to the video here. Okay, let's go ahead. I am going to be playing 4 of the Popsicle. Pretty good card, pretty straightforward. You guys know what this does. It's pretty much the only deck that plays 4 Popsicles. Now it's the Blurple. So we play 4 Popsicles. The reason being is because we are playing 4 of the Bell. So Bell Popsicle is kind of what we mulligan for. But we also have other 1-drops. Some decks don't. This list, as you can see, is very close to JDDR's list. I think that he had posted. I think that's his name. But it's still also very different, and you're going to see in why in some scenarios. But we are playing 4 Popsicles and 4 Bell, as it is really strong one drop play, right? It's an unfair one drop play. We are also still playing for Diablos. This is still really good against blue red. It's still really good because we are playing crab. Still really good because you're able to bounce to cheap to be able to play Fox and then play this again, or just play Fox and then ink this. So still with being a very, very cheap play, right? With an on turn, whatever turn you are, when you can use 4 ink, you can play Diablo and then Fox bounce without having to sacrifice tempo and bouncing anything that you don't want to bounce. So 4 Diablos is still good. Blue red, it replaces itself, right? This card is always replace itself, and also there are a lot of players that are gonna have to watch out for crap because you could just swing it and replace itself there. We are playing the 4 Tipo Growing Sun, really good card. I prefer Sail because we are still playing the one drop Diablo and the Popsicle, but sometimes this is nice because we are also playing Crab and we also put a body on board, so we have Bell, Tipo, and then another body. We can keep tempo that way. But this is we are playing still the 4 ways to ramp, which is the other one is Sail. As you guys know, Sail's pretty good. Draw a card, then you can ink again, and then you can use that extra ink to play a Diablo, to play a Popsicle, and just pretty much ramp that way. We want to make sure our mulligan really just kind of goes for these cards. Whatever you don't have, everything else you kind of put back in the mulligan, and you kind of just hard mulligan for this combination there. For the 3 drops, we are playing, I want to show my evasive package here. I'm playing the Peter Pan Shadow Finder. It makes all our evasives rush. I like the Peter Pan Shadow better, but in this format, I understand that you kind of want to, we have these Genie Wars and this Evasive War, so you want to be able to play an evasive character, which gives you more value on questing, but it still allows you this plus anything else to be able to rush. Plus late game too, if you're able to drop this, plus a Genie or this, plus a Iago, right? Like you're able to just play both of them and they both have rush. So it helps the going wide issue. A lot of people think is the way you beat Blurple is just go more wider than them. But they don't realize that if you build a deck correctly, it's hard to go wide against Blurple, you know, because they have rushers. They're not relying on the Madam M rabbit bounce. They're not doing that anymore. They're not able to just play a Popsicle and then later on play a character for 4 and then just for free play a Bell. We weren't able to do that before. We didn't have rushers like evasive rushers that Peter Pan allows us to have. Also, this out's Diablo, so still pretty good and pretty effective. We play that with 4 Genies. Shout out to actually these are mine. I remember I did buy him off Carlos. I think he had the spares and he had foils, and then I just bought his non-foils. So 4 Genie, still really good. Quested for 2. You play this on turn 3. On the play, Genie on turn 3 is just cracked. 4 shield. It's also really good against Ember Steel to play it on turn 3. If you go Bell, Tipo, and then this, it's pretty solid. It's not bad at all. Also has rush with the Peter Pan Shadow. Another card that has rush with the Peter Pan Shadow is this Iago. We are definitely playing 3. This card is absolutely broken and is the reason that I am playing the Shadow Finder instead of the Peter Pan Shadow. Because the Peter Pan Shadow, yes, it gives your Fox rush, it gives your Fox evasive and other stuff, but when you have a 4/6 on rush, it officially cancels out the weakness of Vanish. So Vanish, if you just target this with anything, it just pretty much gets banished. But because you're able to play the rush and kill something right away, if they waste another card to out this got rid of 2 cards. So it's practically the same as a Maui, a 6/5 Maui, right? Because if they're able to use another card to get rid of the Maui, it already did its job. So this is the same theory, as it's able to take down a lot of characters. It's able to take down the Genies, able to take the Peter Pan Shadow Finder himself. So you don't want to be caught without these, especially in these wars. So this is just a really good card to play as a 3 of, in my opinion. We are playing for Elsa. Elsa's absolutely broken. This might be the best card in the deck. I am absolutely just user and I was gonna say user and abuser, but that just sounds wrong. So I just absolutely use this card and just use it. Yeah, I don't know how this works. This card is cracked. Okay, this card is just really good. You keep using this, and then you bounce it with Fox, and then you can keep redoing this. Also, when you see multiples, it's never a bad thing, because once you have them kind of on checkmate, everything they drop, they'll be like, oh, it's Blurple, they can't kill standing things. That is wrong. You still have Elsa, and it's really powerful. This is probably the best card in the deck, and without this card, I probably wouldn't be playing Blurple, but this card is just absolutely insane. Every Blurple player will tell you that. That is my evasive kind of war package that I got going on. I feel very comfortable with it. Would I change any ratios in any of these cards so far? Absolutely not. This just feels good. This feels perfect. Some cards I believe deserve to be a 3 of. Some cards deserve to be a 4 of. In a deck that draws a lot, you do not need everything to be 4 of. Yes, it looks cute and it looks good in a picture, but that doesn't mean that if you cut some cards to 3 and some cards to 2 in this deck, it doesn't mean that it doesn't perform better, and it possibly has better scenario and better synergy with the current more card pool you have. We are playing 2 crabs. That is my Merlin package. You are doing the Merlin crabs. That is absolutely great. It's still good against locations. It's still good to boost the Diablo. It's still good to boost the Tipo. It's still good to boost anything in the evasive war. So I definitely like crab. I wouldn't cut this. Some players do. I just personally wouldn't. By the way, I've been winning a lot of Blurple mirrors, guys. I've been winning a lot. So if you're worried about mirrors and some cards being bad, I think this deck is really good against it. I am playing 4 foxes. Some people are still not playing foxes. I think it's incorrect. It is a really still broken card. You get to bounce genies, you get to bounce Elsas, you get to bounce Hades, you get to bounce Crab, you get to bounce Tipo, you get to do the play with the 1-drop Diablo, and so on and so on. This card is just really good. 4 of. I can see you playing 3 of. That is possibly fine, but 4 has just been working perfectly good. A lot of other players have been cutting GOAT. Let me say right now, we are not on locations. We are not on locations. I'd rather drop a body. I think this is just better. Also, them not knowing if you're in it or not playing GOAT. Once you get to 14 lore, this just starts preventing so much issue. Like, you have this play, and then just this is automatically like 4 lore at least, right? Because you're going to play him, you're going to bounce him, you're going to play him again. No matter what, it's 4 lore, undeniable 4 lore. So once you get to that 16 lore, you absolutely always set up lethal. This card is just broken. I wouldn't cut it in a deck that has no locations. Again, I would not cut it in a deck that has no locations. This is a mandatory 4 of in this deck. For my draw package, I am playing 3 Finders Keepers. Finders Keepers is really good. It allows me to draw 3 cards. Also, guys, wait, you're not playing locations? Well, how do you keep playing and without going too wide of a board? They're gonna beat prep you. They're gonna CC you. They're gonna do all this other stuff, right? So when you're afraid of the beat prep and you're afraid of those certain cards, what you start doing is just start hard casting Finders Keepers. So you just quest with whatever you have. Play Finders Keepers, draw 3, and be like, okay, go ahead, beat prep me. Like, this card is just really good. It's really good against this card. It's really good against blue red. It's really good against purple red. This is just really good in general. Ursula Green can't rip this apart. Like, this card is just absolutely broken. If you play 4, cut a fox and play a 4th of this, perfectly okay. I wouldn't see you having too much of an issue. I can actually see that and wouldn't blame you too much for playing that. But 3 Finders Keepers is still good. It's still a situational time when to drop it, because sometimes I just rather do friends because I can sing it, right? Even though it's 1 less card. But I want to keep playing Temple. I want to play characters. But this does have the situation where if you don't want to play any more characters on board, you just play the Finders Keepers and you draw 3 cards and then dare them to beat prep you. Speaking of one of the greatest cards in the game, we are playing 4 Friends on the other side. Draw 2 cards. Singable song. This card's absolutely good. It's an absolutely must-have at 4. Pretty self-explanatory. 3 Finders Keepers and 4 Friends on the other side. We are playing also 4 Genies, so it draws that way. And no, we are not playing Rabbit. We do not need Rabbit in this deck. I've cut it and haven't missed it ever since. But we are definitely playing 2 Gaston. Gaston is part still of the draw package. The reason being is because when you play him, he's still on board. He's still 4/4, and he still quests for 3. You get to grab out of 3 cards, and you pick a card out of those 3, and you keep it in your hand. Because this didn't go in the discard, you just +1. So this is just still really good. You yes, this, you know, your hand doesn't get bigger, but because this is now a threat, you gained a card, it replaced itself, you did kind of gained an advantage, or did not lose any card advantage, right? So this is still really good. It's also that 4 strength, 4 solid body. 2 of, no, you don't play a 4 of this card. Again, no, you don't play 4 of this card. Could die to my tomb and say that, and perfectly fine. It's good 2 of, and you keep it that way. We are playing 2 of Amalia. Edward, yeah, she signed it. I think that's her name. Hopefully I didn't butcher it. This is on CCG. She signed it. It's pretty cool. But I'm playing 2 Belle. Shout out to TCG for letting me borrow these. Belle, Accomplished Mystic. You play her, you move damage. You can move damage from your Hades, you can move damage from your Elsa, you can move damage from your Iago. It's really good and allows you to get some trades where something is standing. If they're playing against hyper aggro and the Belle swings at something and the Fox swings at something, then you play the Belle and you move the 2 damage to like a Piglet, or to like something that's standing, right? Remaining Smee that already took a damage. Like, this card is just really good. It's really good in mirrors too. Also, if I played against Blurple, they have a ward, and the Cogsworth gave everything resist. This card plays around resist, so you can move the damage to a Calhoun, onto any of those characters that have resist off Cogsworth and stuff like that, and it works. This card is just absolutely amazing as a 2 of. You can also shift this on top of the 1-drop Belle. Have I ever done it? No, you don't need to do that in this deck. I am also playing 4 Inferno Schemer Hades. I had 3 foils. I never thought I would be playing four Hades in the deck, so I've only had ever 3 foils ever. Shout out to my boy Le Papi Setness, aka Caesar from the Lorcana Cookout, and my teammate from TCG. He let me borrow the 4th Hades, and I am rocking the 4th Hades. I was playing before, instead of the card that I'm gonna show, I was playing 2 Cogsworth. So I was playing 3 Hades and 2 Let It Goes. But 4 Hades has been just enough, because I have 2 to 3 in my hand late game, and I'm not mad about it. So this is just really good. Also, there's sometimes they threaten you, like they put a target to bait you, like a big Sisu, because they don't want their Maui Shark to die yet, or they just put a really good threat on board. You're able to Hades comfortably because you play so many. You also, another reason why we play Fox. So this card is good. I would not cut Hades, but if you are gonna cut one, I would say it's 3 Hades and 2 Let It Go mandatory, because you're gonna get complacent that the Let It Go is inkable, so you're most likely gonna ink one, and then you still have 4 ways to remove something big. But 4 Hades, it's not bad. It's pretty good. And then the last card that we played, this card can be whatever you want. Saturday for me, it was Cogsworth, because I was playing around Steel, and then I lost 2 matches to Blue Red, and I said never again, and only reason I lost was because of Manner. So we are fixing that problem. We are playing one of my favorite cards, and one of the reasons that I topped the Vegas DLC is Cusco, even though I think I was on 3 or 4 Cuscos on Vegas. It was insane. But yeah, I was on Cusco. This card is absolutely good. It just, you slap it down and then you kill a Manner. I love seeing people's faces when they drop a library, move so many characters, or they'll drop a Manner before they're gonna B prep you, and you just go Cusco, banish it. Okay, go ahead and drop your B prep. Blue Red playing B prep without developing Manner, you're just so favored because you're drawing so much in this deck. Also, let's not forget, it happens at times when in a mirror, or you already have developed enough ink, you can tap this, pay for ink, and then you don't have to tap this. You could just pay for ink, and your characters gain resist. You also don't have to do that once. So if you don't want to go more wide, you can just tap 8 ink, and all your characters gain 2 resist. Quest with everything, and then if they don't have B prep, or they don't have like Steel decks, just automatically lose. So this is just a powerful card that for now I would not really switch, unless you're yourself playing locations. But in this perfect build, I think this perfect build, I mean, obviously every deck can get better, right? But in this deck, I think the Cusco is perfectly okay. But we don't need locations in this deck. I repeat, we do not need locations in this deck, guys. I believe they are a trap. A lot of players play a lot of locations, and if you're able to check them, well, at least this deck is able to check them, they just lose value, right? So then you want to be able to drop characters. You don't want to go more wide because you're afraid that you're going to get B prep. Hardcast Finders Keepers. You play it that way, and then you just honestly everything but Amber Steel feels pretty good. So I haven't really been worried. My 2 losses of this one I said was obviously because I wasn't playing Cusco, or I wasn't playing any location hate, or I wasn't playing locations myself. But I don't need locations. I still like GOAT better, and I'd rather just play the Cuscos to out there locations. But that has been my deck. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. 1K, guys, we did it. Also, any coaching that you guys need on this deck or any deck, not any deck, maybe 60% of the decks that I can help with and I can coach, hit up my Discord, message me personally, and we can definitely talk about that. Even if you just need help and me just check your list and then I just give you some of my input, we can definitely work on that. But thank you guys. This has been 24K. Oh, I didn't do my intro. 24K Lorcana. This is 24K Hector, and I'll see you guys on the next one.